Hello once again, witchy people. It's time for a quick update to let you know what's been going on in my busy life. You'll have to excuse the lighting. It's awful in here. It's either going to be too dark or too bright. So I figured too bright was better. So we've been having a bit of a to-do here lately. It's been absolute hell for the past 2 weeks because we are an end house. We're the very last in the line. Actually, we're the first in the line, but we're the last in the line, if you get what I mean. I think we were built last, but anyway. And my neighbours have been inconsiderate and a bit naughty with what they're flushing down their toilets. So the sewers have backed up and the main outlet is in my back garden. So I've had a garden full of sewage for 2 weeks. So it's not been fun. Obviously we can't let the pets out. And it's been absolute hell. My garden is absolutely ruined. I'm slightly worried about the hedgehog that lives underneath the summer house because I don't know if they've survived. But as I said, my garden is ruined. And you'll know how much work I've put into my garden over the past few years. So that's a bit devastating. But hopefully, fingers crossed, they are going to send a TV camera way up the pipe work, and hopefully they'll manage to find out why I keep on getting flooded with sewage. If right now you can hear some odd sounds, it's the dog playing on the sofa. You having fun, Bug? My cushions are everywhere. It's... to see if I can turn this round and show you, because it's obviously I'm sat on the floor. Let's turn you right the way round. Are you comfortable, Barkley? Are you comfy? Oh dear. He's had a bath because he went out into the garden. And he's not coming in my house, his sewage feet. So, let's get you back round here. Okay, so. Oh, that's better. Okay, so how's everything else going? He's joining me here now. Hello, baby. He does love the camera. So, how's everything else going? Because of my garden, I am a bit... It's been a bit... It's put a real... I was going to say it's put a real dampener on things, but that's... Because obviously I'm going to have to start my garden again, and being in lockdown anyway, having the garden has been my only release. Sitting out and having a cup of coffee first thing in the morning has been my only chance really to commune with nature, if you like. He's just... Barkley, have you chewed the nose off this teddy bear? Never work with children or animals. Try to work when they're around. Okay, so next on the line is the diet. I'm still going in the right direction. So I am currently £4, I think, off my next goal weight. So I'm about £30, 25 to £30 off my ideal what weight I want to be. So all in all, I've lost... Oh crikey! I'm going to try and figure this out now. Okay. What's 80? I've lost about 110, 115 pounds, something like that. So I'm doing well. I know I'm doing well. But I'm at the stage now where it's slowed, it's slowed right down. So I'm lucky if I lose £1 a week, to be honest. And it's very, very difficult. And much as I would like to go and see a doctor about having surgery and all the rest of it, and I'm not talking obviously about weight loss surgery, I'm talking about this surgery and things like this. So that lump is a tissue, it's not me. Makes it look odd lumps and bumps. And I do have odd lumps and bumps, just not. So yes, you get things like this, and that's the least of it. And this is something that if you've ever been very, very big, and then you decide that you want to be smaller for whatever reason. For me, it was health-wise. And not just health, but also financial, because I can't afford to buy new clothes. So I had to fit into the clothes that I had. And I'm almost there. I can fit back into my leather jacket now. I can't get it back up over my bust, but I can fit it in. Can fit it on. But I mean, it's like this top is a throwback from the late 80s, I do believe. I keep my clothes. I have jackets and clothes from the 80s. They've been in fashion 3 times now. But there are some things, I think once you have a sense of your own style and what you like to wear, it's good to keep those things. Even if they go out of fashion, if they're a classic piece, they'll never really be unfashionable. And as long as it suits you and you wear it, you know, and it's okay. Like this top, it's incredibly unfashionable, but it's okay. Because it's a classic piece. It's a plain black top. It's never really going to go out of fashion. So it's a good idea to hold on to those clothes. And especially as you get older, dress as... If you dress in a way that makes you feel comfortable, you will find that will suit you. Anyway, so yes, I am, like I said, I'm £4 off my next goal weight, and then I've got about another £30 to go. So, you know, it's the hard bit will then begin, because in all honesty, losing weight, although it's incredibly difficult, it isn't the hardest thing. The hardest thing is when you reach your goal weight is to maintain it. And this is something I've never been able to do. I've been it's not necessarily a yo-yo dieter, but I have been a yo-yo weight all of my life. And I'm going to work it out, I can't work it out in pounds, I looked in stones. And there's 14 pounds to a stone. So I've gone from anywhere up to sort of like 28 stone to 9 stone. You know, and at 9 stone, I'm still classed as overweight, borderline obese. But I'm a UK size 8. So I don't do the whole BMI thing anymore because I think it's a load of old crock. What else has been happening? So my daughter's just having a break from work. I have my elder daughter here, working from home. She works for a college. I have my younger daughter working here from home. I think I explained this before, which is why I'm in the lounge. The front room. It's a lounge, because this is a very English thing. People say, oh, you have a front room, a living room or a lounge. If you have a front room, it suggests that you have 2 parlours, if you like. You have a front room and a back room, and the front room is where you greet your guests, and the parlour is where you have a cup of tea and stuff like that. So this isn't a front room because I only have one. It's my lounge or my living room. I always think it's weird how, well, not weird, but fun, I guess, how we have different words to mean different things. My favourite one is jam and jelly. Jam and jelly, yeah. Jam is a fruit conserve. Jelly is a often gelatin-based dessert. Set fruit thing. Anyway, most of you probably know this. I'm rambling on about absolutely nothing, aren't I? So, we've got the diet out of the way. We've got the sewage bit out of the way. Children working from home. I have not yet had notification for my vaccine, but my mum has, and my mum-in-law, who has Alzheimer's and dementia, she had her injection on Sunday. So, hopefully, I think my mum's is the 10th of February or something like that. So things are moving, and I am hoping to get back to some, the normal that we are all going to. It's not going to be the same as what it was, but it's going to be similar to as it was. So, excuse me. I've been cutting up onions. I cook nearly every day. So, it's been an odd few weeks because of the sewage problem and people working from home. And I sorted out the dining room. All my witchy stuff, all my herbs, all sorted out. But it had to be because that's where my daughter is living. She sleeps in that room, her bed is in that room, she works from that room, which is why I'm trying to be slightly quiet. So it needed to be sorted out because I don't think you can work in an environment where things are jumbled and a mess, and it isn't conducive to a good working environment. That's it really. Like I said, the updates are quite my witchy practices, if you like, are a bit on the wayside at the moment because it's so difficult to do anything. And I think because we're relying on the internet now to connect at the moment because of what the world's going through, I think we have, me certainly, there has been a certain disconnect from my path and my spirituality because I feel I'm disconnected. I feel like things are on hold all the time. And I think this year's almost worse in some ways because we all sort of like got through 2020 and thought that 2021 would be, everything would start being okay. And it hasn't. If anything, it's got slightly worse. We have all the new variants of COVID. We have all the people thinking that it's okay to break lockdown, and it's causing serious problems, to be honest. I think the only reason we're having so many variants is because people are breaking lockdown and they're doing things they shouldn't. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I do try. I do go to see my mum. I take her meals. But that's it. I don't hug my mum. We don't sit down and talk for hours like we used to. I don't don't go and sit on a sofa and have a nice old chinwag and a cup of tea. I do go to visit my mum-in-law, but that's because she has Alzheimer's and dementia, and I am in her bubble, and also my son's, and that's the only way, obviously if she needs shopping and things like that. I don't go round visiting friends' houses. I don't, I go out and walk the dog. I go out and do shopping on my own. And I do shopping locally. I walk to the local shops. So I'm trying to do everything I should, but I am very well aware that some people aren't doing the things they should, and I'm not blaming them. I'm not saying that they're awful, evil people. I'm saying it's very difficult to stick to all the rules all the time, especially if you're younger as well. Your whole life is built around your friends and your relationships with people, and for all the younger generation, supposedly being the computer generation and the people that connect over the world through the internet, that doesn't mean to say that, you know, they don't they need those personal interconnections, you know, in real life, and they do. So it's really hard, I think, for kids these days, kids, teenagers, young adults. Very, very difficult. And as hard as I am finding this whole pandemic and lockdown, for some people I know it's absolutely horrendous. But I do think there has been for many people a sort of disconnect, an almost disconnect from life, because it's been so difficult. And we're all sort of like waiting, I guess, waiting to see what happens so that we can restart. Hello. So we can restart and get going again and start living again. And much as I would like to be positive all the time and say, oh, let's get the witchy thing going and be positive and be happy and all the rest of it, it is difficult to be like that all the time. So stop licking me. So finished? Yes. Yeah, so I would like, as Trish always says, strive to be happy. And yes, that is important. And I'm not playing toys. So distracted by the animals. He never brings back a toy, ever. Now he's bringing back the toy. Yes, strive to be happy. But try to be happy. Find something every day that makes your life contented. Because I don't think that looking for what makes you happy is always the right answer. Sometimes you just have to look for what makes you feel contented, and then happiness comes automatically. When you're content, you become happy. Ah, dear. So, there we go. Nearly 20 minutes of absolute waffle. I didn't say too much, did I? I would like to get some recipes shared out here. So, and it's simple things like thyme and honey cough medicine, which is amazing. I will have to find my old recipe for garlic cough medicine. I know it sounds disgusting, but it is. Garlic's amazing stuff. Everyone should live on garlic and tomatoes. We'd all be so healthy. Maybe not. Come in.
Sorry. Can we reset the router because neither of people can?
Yes, but you have to come around this way and say hello.
But you can cut that out. I'm not showing this.
Oh, there's another one.
I'm a mystery. I'm recording my live.
I'm recording. I never live. Me. Never go live.
Do I reset it or turn it off and on again?
I would turn it off and on again. I shall pause. So here I am back again. A couple of hours later. Had to walk the dog and then give the dog a bath because he's a mucky pup. The weird sounds in the background is because he's eating a chew at the moment. Anyway, so the updates. I think that's about it, really. Like I said, there is a certain amount of disconnect, I think, from our spirituality, maybe. But, gosh, you're noisy, Barkley. Because of this feeling of being on hold, this feeling of being waiting for our normal to resume. But maybe, we can all just check in on each other and make sure that we're doing okay, which is something I will admit I haven't been doing a lot lately. I've kind of checked out rather than checked in. And, shame on me for that. We really should start checking in on each other a bit more, because this isn't over yet. It's not going to be over for a long time yet. It's months and months and months away, so I will try to do my best to keep uploading and stay positive, and hopefully everyone else will do the same. That's it, really. Like I said, I just wanted to let you know what's going on in my in my life with the sewage and the diet, and like I said, witch practice wise, there hasn't really been, I haven't gone out of my way to do things. It's been kind of everyday things, because I'm not doing things for the shop at the moment. I think that's kind of put me at odds, really. But sorting out what is normally the dining room, and sorting out all my herbs and everything, and getting that done, I think that maybe helped slightly. And it was just going through and finding things that I'd picked and dried, and seeds that I'd put by, and I spilt the seeds all over my daughter's bed, because obviously that's, as I said, it's her room, and so the dog is really distracting me. So I should be more careful. So I am going to go and finish my vegetable stew and dumplings for dinner, and if this is going to sound really odd, if people are kind of interested in how I diet, and I must admit a lot of the reason why the weight is still going down isn't because of my eating habits. It is because I try to walk 2 miles a day. The last week hasn't really been that much. I've kind of been a bit lackadaisical in my walking habits, and I'm down to, if I'm lucky, a mile a day. Did 1.675, something like that, miles. I think if I try to aim for a mile a day, I'm not very good at doing steps, because I've got quite a short pace. I'm a dolly stepper, I think they call it, little tiny steps. So there's no point me counting steps, because really I'd be doing twice as many steps as anyone else for half the length. But I'm more than happy to share, but like I said, it's not that interesting, because I am a vegetarian. There's so much I can't eat. My meal plan is boring, but I quite like that. Although I like to cook things for other people and make their meals interesting and different, personally for myself, I'd eat the same thing every day given half the chance. For myself, not a lot of imagination. I think it's the same reason why I don't think I could ever move out of Southampton. It's because this is what I'm used to. This is what I like. I'm not a big lover of change in any sense of the way that, the only thing I don't like a change is body shape. I'd like to stay quite low and keep it that way, and but I think as well, when you set yourself a goal and you have a lot of weight to lose, it does become a bit of an obsession. And at least for me, I think I've got quite an obsessive personality anyway. Hello, Barclay. So it becomes quite an obsession, and everything is to do with food and diet, and because it becomes your lifestyle, and it's boring for other people, I think. which is why I share how I'm doing, but I don't share how I'm doing it. Does that make sense? Anyway, but if anyone wants to know sort of like meal plans or anything like that, just drop me a line. I'm more than happy. Oh, big flock of birds. Distracted again. So that's it. I am definitely going now because I've kept you all way too long. Thank you for sitting here and listening to me rambling on. Always. And we'll get some of those recipes here on YouTube. We'll get some out there. We'll get some nice, I called it cough medicine. Let's call it a cough syrup. It's not what I call a medicine. It's a syrup. And it's absolutely gorgeous that it is. And hopefully then, maybe over the summer, if not this year, then definitely next year, we shall have to start thinking about redoing the garden and getting that sorted out. So there you go, that's it from me for my update. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening, witchy people. We, Barclay McScruffles and I will be back very soon, I hope. So in the meantime, take care and be happy. Find your contentment. With Trish, strive to be happy. I think I'm just going to say, find your contentment. I'm going. That's it for now. Thank you for watching. I'll be back soon. Bye bye for now, witchy people.